Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Namaste. Welcome. My name's Keith, and this is Mantra Monday. Today I want to talk a little bit about journeys, development, change, growth. When we think about growth and change in terms of the subtle body, the thing that comes to mind are the chakras, or the chakra system, the 7 energy centers that line up along the spine, the root chakra or Muladhara, the sacral chakra or Svadhisthana, the one at your belly, Manipura, at your heart, Anahata, in the throat, Vishuddha, up in your third eye, Ajna, and at the top of your skull, Sahasrara. Of course, there are other chakras in the chakra system, but these are the main 7 that we think of. And it's interesting that there's 7 of them, because you can separate them out and look at the group of 3 at the lower half of the body, and then the group of 3 at the higher half of the body, and then in the middle, there's a singular chakra. And we can put those into groups. The lower 3, the root, sacral, and solar plexus or belly, can be thought of as the animal chakras or the lower self. And then the throat, Vishuddha, third eye, Ajna, and the top of the skull, Sahasrara, can be thought of as the higher self or the higher intellect or that target that we're moving toward as we move through the journey of awakening. In the middle is Anahata, or the heart chakra, the one that is unstruck sound, potential. Potential is an important word here because the heart chakra is a little bit like our human selves. We have the animal self, human self, and then the higher self when we look at the chakra system. And when we're in the lower self, it's really just about meeting our animal needs, meeting what we need to survive. It's our fight or our flight sensations. When we move through the higher self in stages, it becomes more and more transcendent the higher we go. So as we move into the throat, we begin to filter out what's unnecessary. When we get into the third eye, we start to see that there is no duality. And when we get into the highest chakra, is where we really merge or reunite with the universal self. But in the middle there, in the Anahata chakra, we spend a lot of time cultivating a lot of awareness, learning how to separate out this and that, practicing separating out this from that. And in that space, there is quite a lot of potential. There's the potential to fall back on the old ways and to get back into the animal self. But there's a lot of potential to move from this place of humanness into our higher self. And that takes a long time to figure out. It takes a lot of mistakes. It takes a lot of falling back on the old ways before we actually can begin this process of transcendence. So that's the chakra side of it. We can also think about this journey to a higher self, or this journey out of the animal self, this journey in the direction of something more transcendent in the brain. There's the old brain and the new brain, the lower brain, the higher brain, the animal brain and the more human brain. That older brain is sometimes called paleo-mammalian. That animal part of the brain is the fight or flight system. The higher part of the brain is the thinking brain. And we have both of these qualities when we're born. But when we're young, the animal brain is still really strong. And so we see much more of the world around us as something dangerous because our higher brain hasn't developed yet. And as it develops, we're able to separate out, to analyze, and see more clearly things for what they are. In his text, My Gita, by Devdutt Patanaik, I'll put a link to that in the description. He talks about this journey using the terms Vanara, Nara, and Narayana. Vanara being the animal, or the less than human. And he uses Hanuman as the example of that. Nara, the human, is Arjuna. And the Narayana, or the one who has transcended humanness and moved into the universal self, is Krishna. These three characters are linked in the Bhagavad Gita because it's on Arjuna's chariot that we find Hanuman emblazoned on his flag. And this same chariot is driven by Krishna, or Narayana. So all three pieces of the journey, the less than human Varana, the human Nara, and the Narayana. And it's interesting that Narayana is the one driving this chariot, the one who's directing the vehicle, that God is the force behind the movement of this journey. And it's also Narayana who serves as the reminder of the potential of this journey through humanness, who is the reminder that that is the target, to transcend. Because it's Narayana, when we think of Narayana in the form of creator, who sleeps on the waters. Sometimes Narayana translates to God of the waters. Narayana is also called Vishnu, but we can think of Narayana, the transcendent one, the universal, the unending, sleeping on the water. And it's in this sleep where Narayana dreams. And dreams are important, and they are potent. They are full of potential. And the example of Narayana is just that. It's from his dream when a lotus flower grows out of his belly. And in that lotus flower is a golden egg. And it's in that golden egg where we find Brahma. And in the Trimurti, or the Triumvirate, the great triad, Brahma is creator. So it's from this sleep that is full of potential when Narayana dreams that out of the lotus, which symbolizes consciousness, the egg appears and creation can begin. Something new can be born. So we aim for Narayana, and we also let Narayana be the guide. Because in our human form, if we embrace devotion, if we embrace using all of this time that we will spend in this human form to sort out what is this from that, if in that we fuel our actions with devotion, then that can drive the chariot in the direction of the higher self. And that's really what we want. The mantra today is for Narayana, for this target, for this driving force, for the support system, for remembering the potential of our dreams to be manifest into this world. Hey Naatha, hey Lord, Narayana, Lord of the waters, this transcendent form. Victory, victory, victory to Narayana. Jai, hallelujah. The one who is Govinda, the cow herder. The one who is Gopala, baby Krishna. The one who is Mukunda, with the beautiful hair. And the one who is Madhava, the one who is the beloved of Ma, the beloved of Shakti. Hey Lord, hey Lord, hey Lord. Hey Naatha Narayana.
He Naatha, he Naatha, he Naatha. He Naatha, he Naatha, he Naatha. He Naatha, he Naatha, he Naatha. Naatha, Naatha, Naatha. He Naatha Narayana. He Naatha Narayana. Naatha, Naatha, Naatha. Jai 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 Narayana, Jai 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 Narayana, Jai 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 Narayana, Naatha Naatha Naatha, Hey Naatha Narayana, Hey Naatha Narayana, Naatha Naatha Naatha. Govinda Gopala Narayana, Govinda Gopala Narayana, Govinda Gopala Narayana, Naatha Naatha Naatha, Hey Naatha Narayana, Hey Naatha Narayana, Naatha Naatha Naatha. Mukunda Madhava Narayana, Mukunda Madhava Narayana, Mukunda Madhava Narayana, Naatha Naatha Naatha, Hey Naatha Narayana, Hey Naatha Narayana, Hey Naatha Narayana, Naatha Naatha Naatha. Jai 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 Narayana, Govinda Gopala Narayana, Mukunda Madhava Narayana, Naatha Naatha Naatha, He Naatha Narayana, He Naatha Narayana, Naatha Naatha Naatha, Naatha Naatha Naatha.
We are one life, we are one light, and we are one love. I bow with gratitude to the divine light in you that is the divine light in me. Peace. Thanks for tuning in.